everyone! Welcome to an extremely special episode today. Special in the fact that this is the very first Demi Solo adventure. Yay! And you'll also notice that it is recorded. It is not a live one like our board game streamings that Mason and I have once a week. This one, I decided to record it so that we have more content and more stuff to do during the week, and we can continue to have our live streamings on the weekends. But Mason and my work schedule is very, very different from each other's. I work mornings, he works nights, so during the weekdays, we don't really have that opportunity to meet up so often. So we decided to have some solo adventure series where it looks like I'm going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons, and Mason will be doing very large and complicated solo board games for you guys. I'm very excited because Dungeons and Dragons that's mine. Mason is the board game master of the universe, but D&D is my great love. I'm obsessed with it. I started playing 4 years ago. 2020 was a wonderful time to learn Dungeons and Dragons. I happened on a Facebook post that was looking to start a group, Beginners Welcome, and shout out to the greatest DM on the face of the planet, Alex, I love you. I've been playing with these guys ever since, and they are incredible and wonderful, and I love it, and I want more D&D. While doing some research on what to do for this channel, I found there are solo D&D adventures. I didn't know this was a thing. It's very exciting. They are kind of like those choose-your-own-adventure books that I used to read all the time as a kid. I remember the library had Nintendo choose-your-own-adventure books, and you go and you meet, you find a locked door. Do you try to pick the lock, or do you try to find another way? And if you choose, pick the lock, you go to page 53. And if you choose to find another way, you go to page 18. And then you find out, well, did you succeed? Did you not? I am doing today, it is called The Death Knight Squire. I found it on Dungeon Masters Guild, and it seemed to be an extremely well-received one, and I'm very excited. I know nothing about this. Absolutely nothing at all. I read the kind of instructions, how you play and everything, but besides that, the story, the plot, everything else, completely new to me. It is as much as an adventure for me as it is you guys. I have no idea what I'm doing, which is the most exciting part. I have the wonderful setup here. You can see I have plenty of dice, because I, like many people, have a dice problem. I have the two cameras set up, one for me and one for, nope, other way. There we go. So you can see the board, because I do have, they had maps here printed out. I went into Mason's nerdy cabinet and stole some of his little miniatures, which I will see if we use. And I even have a little miniature for the character that I'll be playing, because, now this is also something very exciting for me, I will be playing my first D&D character ever, who is extremely special to me. I played her for many, many years, fell in love with her, ended up becoming the villain of our campaign. It was a lot of fun. Her name is Kui Huang, and Kui is a paladin. I'm doing pure paladin this time. They said to make a character starting at level 2, so that's what I did. Very simplistic. I'm not going to be doing anything complicated, no multi-classing or anything here. I don't even know if you level up in this game. I'm not sure. I have all my character sheets and everything on another computer, dual screening like a proper nerd, on D&D Beyond. And so I think it'll stay that way. So I got like the whole setup ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons. And I think that is pretty much it. So this in the timeline of the life of Kui Huang. is very, very early on. This is before the adventuring, before the dragon slaying, before the becoming the villain of the universe and being redeemed eventually, for the most part. These are the early adventures, the early days, where there are people who need help. There are mysterious things going on, and there are quests to fulfill, as well as gold to be earned and spent on very shiny objects. Oh, another fun fact about Kui, she is a tabaxi. Because anybody who knows me is, of course, I chose the cat person. Because in Dungeons & Dragons, you could be an extremely tall cat person. Full fur, she has cheetah fur, very gorgeous, beautiful. She's proud of her cheetah fur. Long mohawk down her, all the way down her back. I think I said she is cheetah spotted, beautiful and wonderful, and gets into so much trouble, and maybe has an affinity for setting things on fire. Completely accidentally, and it probably wasn't her. She was probably wrong place, wrong time. I'm sure she has an alibi. It wasn't my fault. It really wasn't. I had nothing to do with it. It just spontaneously burst into flames. Oopsies. I have the campaign. I have the music, nice tavern music. I have a playlist, so if the music kind of gets strange, it's just because it's in the playlist. Enjoy the vibe. I think we're ready for our solo adventure. Are you guys ready? Okay. It is the year 1349 DR, in the month of deep winter. I have been on the road for nearly 2 months now, and snow hangs thick on the trees as I make my way towards the town of Orlebar, at the foot of the Grey Peak Mountains. The Grey Peak Mountains are known throughout Faerun for their silver and iron mines, but it is a different type of metal that brought me here today. Gold. Because it buys shinies. While I was in Neverwinter, I overheard rumors of a large hoard of treasure within an abandoned goblin keep. Even tavern rumors proved to be fruitful sometimes. And having been without purpose for some months, I departed immediately for the Grey Vale. When I reach Orlebar, the air is brisk and the town is busy. Carts carry all manner of goods: timber, wool bales, grain, and animals from the surrounding country. It's very exciting to be out somewhere new. And distracting. Some of these goods would be bound for Waterdeep or Neverwinter, others for the nearby city of Loudwater. Hungry and thirsty after many days on the road, I enter the first tavern I see, the Woodsman's Retreat, and satisfy my cravings. Bread, cheese, and hot mulled wine do the trick nicely. Although I have to say, I'm much more much more. Ooh, I had a word and I lost it. Nope, it is gone. I much prefer milk. Mulled wine is fine and all, but a just nice tall glass of milk. I then inquire from the barkeep about accommodations. Gotta get my cat naps. My bones ache and rest is essential. The mountains can wait 1 day or 2 days while I rest and replenish my supplies in town. Gold isn't going anywhere. The barkeep tells me that a very respectable inn, the Silver Flask, is just nearby. Toting my backpack, I walk down the street to the Silver Flask and pay for a room. The innkeep is a jolly woman who is glad to have my business. And she lights a cozy fire in my room, which is wonderful. I bathe begrudgingly, water hiss, but it is hard work keeping all this fur nice and clean, and I do not have fleas. I lie down and rest and soon fall into a deep sleep. It's been a while since my travel-hardened self has had clean sheets and a roof overhead. Just a nice bed to sleep in, a warm fire, and a tall glass of milk. Maybe I should ask if they have milk. I mean, I wouldn't want to impose, but I mean, everyone should have milk. What if they have lots of tabaxi travelers coming at this inn? I'm woken later that night by a strange noise coming from the next room. I can hear a woman openly sobbing on the other side of the wall. The sound is gut-wrenching. Every now and then, a male voice says something as if trying to comfort her. I tolerate this for a while, trying to go back to sleep. You don't want to impose on people. But eventually it becomes evident that sleep is going to be impossible. And I walk out into the hallway and knock on the door in the room next to mine. An elderly man answers. He is dressed finely, like a member of the aristocracy.
Aristocracy.
That is a word I can't say very well.
Aristocracy.
Aristocracy?
Aristocracy.
Maybe? But sports a nasty black eye and a gash across his cheek. In the background, a woman, also richly dressed, sits on a chair by the fire, her face buried in her hands. Yes, what is it? The elderly gentleman asked directly. I straightened myself up, peering into the room. I was wondering what all the noise was about, I say, although I don't feel quite so annoyed. There's a woman crying, and clearly something happened here. I could hear the crying from the next door, and I was just wondering, I say, not used to dealing with fancy people. Is it anything I could help you with? And then perhaps we could all get some rest. Not saying that you're bothering us, you're not, but, I was trying to sleep. At this, the woman looks up and sees me. I probably look a fright after all those weeks on the road. Ungroomed, hair disheveled, travel-worn clothes. But I did have a bath. I did have a bath and brush my hair. So at least I don't smell bad. However, I will admit that my type has an air about us. I've seen a fight or two. And I know how to handle myself in most situations. I'm what is known in these parts as the adventuring type. And such types generally know how to get things done, things that others might shy away from. There's a reason I carry these swords. Show our guests in, Elric, the woman says weakly, drying her tears with a silk handkerchief, very daintily. I'm shown to a chair. For some reason, this old couple, who introduces themselves as Lord and Lady Brumont, welcome my presence, if only as a distraction from the grief they seemed consumed by. We arrived here late last night, Lady Brumont begins. Elric is so busy these days, so we thought we would bring ourselves out to Orlebar for a little holiday. Our son, he's so fond of the mountains, loves all the stories. Well, he's our grandson, really, the son of our daughter who died some years ago. He's all we have left of her, and we call him our son. Lady Brumont begins sobbing once more. Elric Brumont picks up the thread. Long story short, my friend, we were accosted on the highway. We were passing along a lonely stretch of road when he appeared. From nowhere, a knight, a towering brute of a man, all clad in armor. Lord Elric points to his face, did this to me, knocked me out cold. Then he grabbed our boy, threw him on the horse, and bolted without a word. I say, mulling over this information. Did he seem familiar this night? Elric shakes his head. I know what you're thinking. Wealthy aristocrat, on holiday from loud winter. Someone must have known we were coming out here and seized the opportunity. It's true, I am what you would call a public figure. It is well known in Loudwater, at least, that I am a wealthy man. But no, this night was something else. We didn't see his face. It was hidden by a great metal visor. A towering warrior he was, a hulk of a man. Lady Brumont speaks again. And he has kidnapped our poor little Derek. Abducted him, just ripped him out from our grasp. What did you do then? I ask. We came straight to Oralbear, Lady Brumont says. We went to the captain of the guard, but he... A thoroughly incompetent fool, Lord Brumont growls, said this knight was a ghost, that he'd chosen Derek as his squire, and that there was nothing we could do about it. Said Derek wasn't the first, called him the Death Knight. Dun dun dun. You can imagine what a comfort that was to us. They say the knight lives in the wood nearby, Lady Brumont says airily, as if in a waking dream. Weathercote Wood, isn't it, dear? The old man grits his teeth, staring into the fire, and punches his palm. Ghost my arse, he snarls through gritted teeth. That knight looked real enough to me. He's a lunatic, nothing more. A lunatic who kidnaps young boys. And when I find the blackguard, by the gods he will pay! I can't help but thinking that Lord Brumont is a little bit out of his depth here. I don't doubt his resolve. He's definitely fired up enough. But he looks as though his days of conquest are well behind him. I feel for this poor old couple. While not usually associating with the wealthy, not that fancy, I do know that I have something to offer them. And I'm never one to shy away from a good adventure, especially when the chance of a reward is on the table. Just saying, you know, I do you a favor, you do me a favor, and I can finally get my glass of milk. I can find your boy, I hear myself saying. The woman looks up, a new hope begins to shine from her eyes. Oh, gods, she says, her voice quivering. We'll give you anything. Anything. The old man is a little more practical. If I were a few decades younger, I'd be out there myself. I saw action in the Battle of Tanglefork, when we freed the Vale from Rensha rule. I nod appreciatively. That battle happened 30 years ago and was said to be fierce. I'm not surprised. Elric Brumont definitely carries himself like an old veteran. I can't put my sword forward anymore, but I can offer you gold, my friend. 2,000 pieces of it, to be exact. Ooh! 2,000 pieces of gold, rolling in the money, rolling it. Internal monologue. Of course, don't do that in front of Alrighty. So that says, go to the first entry, the adventure begins. Ooh, gotta get some money. Alrighty. So that, I guess, was a bit of the prologue. So what are we doing? Why are we doing it? On the hunt for the Death Knight. The poor old couple who lost their grandson's son. A little bit suspicious. Is it a ghost? Is it not a ghost? Is it a man? We will find out. Always have to have tea with your D&D. short interlude, not sponsored by the way, but I totally could be. I'm a bit of a tea fiend, and there was a Kickstarter, I want to say a couple of years ago, called D&T, which was Dungeons and Dragons themed tea, and it was absolutely wonderful. And all of the teas were themed on, like the Feywild and Tavern Brew and stuff like that. And it was very clever and very wonderful. I don't have any of it left. I probably should. It'd be like good inspiration to have some D&T for my D&D. It amuses me. I'm easily amused, but I love it. Alrighty, so the adventure begins. At dawn the next day, following the few scraps of information I have, I saddle my horse and ride to the outskirts of town. The townsfolk pay me little mind as I go, casting me the occasional glance. Tabaxis are not the most common of creatures. Actually, it's very rare, especially in smaller parts, to see a giant 6'6" catwoman walking around. Usually tabaxis live in tribes. Very naturey, nomadic travelers around in forests, woods, plains. Very wild. Quee does not have a tribe. A whole tragic backstory, which we might get into at some point in time. But for now, adventures. The journey to Weathercoat Wood lies due east, but it is no short ride. The captain of the guard tells me that the Death Knight has always been in a small patch of wood that juts out from the western side of Weathercoat like a wart on a giant's nose. Well, hold on a second. If they know exactly where this guy is and where he's supposed to be, and this isn't the first person he's taken, and they're clearly very well aware of this, and it's causing a problem to multiple people, they haven't done anything about it before? They had to wait for like a mercenary to come along and just happen to hear a conversation and be like, oh, okay, how about I help the situation? How about I do something about this Death Knight? It seems like something that would be kind of concerning. Although if they're aware of it, maybe that means they have done something. I mean, I feel like I would have a conversation with this captain of the guard and just be like, excuse me, can you tell me what you've done beforehand? This seems like something that's been a bit of a problem. Kidnapping poor people. And the captain of the guard from the couple's story was just like, yeah, it happens. Oops, sorry that your grandson's son was kidnapped by our ghost. Resident ghost. You know, he's really quite friendly, except for, the kidnapping people and the name The Death Knight. But, he's fine. I'd like to know if you've tried to do anything about this. Maybe I'll find that out later on. Okay. Continue. Tangents. Welcome to my Quee tangents. By midday, I reach a sign that tells me I have another 15 miles to go. I should make it there by nightfall. Not far past the sign is a small inn and a tavern. Hooray for taverns. Maybe they have some milk. An old man sits on a chair in the afternoon sun and raises a tankard of ale as I pass. Last drink for many miles, the old man calls to me. Come sit, I'll buy you an ale. Oh, and we reach our very first choice. Do I accept the old man's invitation? Or am I mindful of the time and choose to ride on? Now, I'm going to go back to my previous rant here and find it very curious of why has nothing been done about this Death Knight before? Clearly this is a problem. And if there's anything about taverns, this is where you get information. If this guy's been kidnapped by a ghost, I don't think we're on a time constraint here. I don't think so. I don't see anything wrong. I'm going to accept the old man's invitation. Alright. And see if I can find out some more information about this. I tie up my horse to the tavern's porch and join the old man, who directs a young boy to bring me a frothing tankard of ale. The boy also brings a bowl of stew for you to eat. "What brings you out this way?" the old man asks eventually. Fun demi fact, I have never had ale. I have no idea what it tastes like. That might be an interesting thing to try out for some kind of Dungeons and Dragons authenticity. Let's play D&D and drink some ale, I guess, maybe. I'm a fruity kind of person. Oh, wait, that's not a compliment. I like sweet, fruity things. My teas are herbal teas with fruit. If I drink, which is really not that often, I like very sweet things, and I don't think ale is sweet, but I'd give it a try. It's very medieval D&D. Alright, second decision. Do I tell him of my quest, or do I choose to simply replenish yourself and be on your way? Well, I've already decided I want to get information, so I'm going to tell him exactly what's going on and see if he knows anything about this too. Because old men sitting on porches usually know a lot of things. I find myself telling the old man all about my quest to find the mysterious knight and return Derek Brumont to his grandparents. The old man nods solemnly. "The Death Knight," he says quietly, and leans forward in his chair. "Local legend, they say, but it's exactly what I wanted. Yes, yes. Tell me all the local legends. What is it?" I ask. He straightens up, looking you straight in the eye. "It's no legend," he says firmly. "I was a boy when they hung him from the red tree in Weathercote Wood." The old man goes on to tell me the story. Yes. The man who would become the Death Knight was once a good man who came from a village in the far south. After his wife died of the pox, he left his village, taking his only son with him as his squire, eager to teach him the ways of the righteous warrior. But a large band of brigands ambushed them on the road, shot the knight with a poison dart, and kidnapped his son. They left a note pinned in the ground with a dagger, demanding the knight plunder the treasury in Owlbar and deliver the gold to them. The knight did so, almost dying in the process, but the town guard pursued him from the town. When the kidnappers saw the knight coming with the authorities close behind, they killed the poor boy and fled. Oh. Upon finding his son's body, the knight swore vengeance on the bandits and vowed to pursue them unto the ends of the world. Unwilling to be taken by the town guard, the knight drew his weapon to resist arrest. The ensuing fight was bloody, but the knight slew all who came against him. When the fight was over, the knight pursued the bandits deeper into the wood, but lost their tracks in the undergrowth. His rage deepened until the bloodlust and madness possessed him entirely. Driven insane at the thought of his son's killers escaping unpunished. None would cross his path and live until the bandits had been brought to justice at the tip of his blade. Eventually, more soldiers had come from Loudwater to capture the insane knight. When they did, the old man concludes, they hung him in Weathercote Wood from a red tree. The old man looks down, but his unfulfilled quest to find his son's killers brought him back as undead. The Death Knight they call him now, and since then, every few years or so, a boy will go missing. He's looking for a squire, someone to help him on his quest. I take a moment to digest all this information and drink from my tankard. After a while, I thank the old man for his company and the information, and I'm on my way. And that is why you stop to talk to weird old men at taverns. Exposition! Alright, so that is exactly what I wanted. That's what I needed. Alright, okay, cool. So you have sad, tragic story, insane night, unfulfilled quest. Super glad I'm a paladin. Alright, go to entry, keep going. Oh, fascinating story. Cannot wait. It is late when I finally reach Weathercut Wood, some 55 miles east of Orlebar. There, on the wood's edge, I camp and let my horse run free. You won't be needing him for a while. Wait, hold on a second. Story, you shouldn't really let your horse run free. Can we like, tie him to like a tree where he has lots to graze on? I might need that horse for land. Nope. Be free, horse. Be free. Live in the wilds. Run with your brethren. It was a really, really short journey anyways. I'm sure he'll be fine. Just undead death knights and bandits. He's fine. Weathercote Wood is thick, the foliage dense, towering walls of green. And in there somewhere, if the information you have is to be trusted, is the boy Derek Brumont. I settle down in my bedroll, the embers of my fire keeping me warm well into the night. After a full day's riding, it doesn't take long for me to fall into a deep slumber, the sound of a nearby river lulling me to sleep. I wake just before dawn, fully rested. Who's on long rest? But a noise instantly puts me on guard. From somewhere nearby comes a wet, slathering sound. Ugh. Quickly, I pick up my weapon and move forward stealthily. I'm so sneaky, like a ninja. When I am some 100 or so feet away, whatever is lurking catches my scent, and I hear it running quickly away. Only dim starlight shows any detail, and all I can see is a darkened shape moving through the night towards the wood. Ooh, that's interesting. And then it asks, do you have a ranged weapon? If so, I can shoot it. I do not have... Wait. I do have a ranged weapon! Hold on. I don't have a bow and arrow, but as part of my starting equipment, I have javelins. I can throw a javelin at it. Oh. Should I attack? Wait, hold on. Wet, slathering sound. That sounds... This is when I, like, roll insight, but I can't roll insight. It's all intuition. Oh, okay. I'm going to attack. This is highly sus. I'm going to throw my javelin at it. The target is about 100 feet away. Oh dear. Can javelins... Yep, javelins can have a range of 120. I lift my weapon, taking quick assessment of the conditions, and throw my javelin. Make a ranged attack at disadvantage, unless you have dark vision. Tabaxi's for the win. AC to hit 17 at whatever is fleeing. If you hit, go to good shot. If you miss, go to miss. Okay. Oh, first roll, guys. First roll of... Oh, that's so exciting. Okay, I have a javelin. D&D Beyond... javelin +3 to hit. Okay. AC 17. That's pretty nasty. Roll. Come on, Quee. Good energy. Also, fun fact about these dice that I'm using. I'm using very special dice. Shout out to small company just because I can. It's from Robin Nerd Supplies. They make cool dice that are different. They don't just have numbers on them. They have kanji dice on them. They have Arabic numbers dice, I think. The ones that I'm using, I couldn't find my kanji dice, which is Asian numbers, which I can read. I'm using my, let's see, these ones are the biggest. They are Roman numeral dice. So it might take me a fraction of a second longer to read the D20 as I remember my 10s, my XVs and 1s. But I rolled a natural 18. Natural 17, sorry, 10v1. Natural 17 plus 3 is a 20 to hit, so I hit it! Oh my gosh, I hit! Good shot. What do? I hear my javelin make its mark, and I'll hear a loud cry of pain. Definitely not human. I know that much. However, the creature hardly slows, and soon it is out of sight, disappeared within the dark green of weather-caught wood. Ooh, okay, so I hit it. That's it. Okay, going to the next one. Oh, that's exciting. It was a good roll. Why can't I roll this good when I play my big campaign with lots of people? I walked forward to where the beast had been before, making all that noise that woke me. There, I knew it! I knew that was a bad idea! There, twitching in its death throes, is my horse that I rode from did I not say earlier that I think that letting your horse go free in dangerous country is a bad idea? And that is exactly... Oh, I'm so sorry, horse. I'm so sorry. Gritting my teeth in anger, I take out my weapon and quickly put the poor beast out of its misery. That's sad. Although I will let you know something else about who I am today. While level 2 paladin doesn't have your oaths yet, level 3 Kui is an oath of vengeance paladin. The best oath, in my opinion. It's so much fun. And so, although I am not that right now, this is the part where vengeance is born, because how dare you do that to some poor innocent creature? It's not even for food, I think. It's terrible people. Don't worry, they'll get theirs. The first rays of dawn began to creep into the sky. With a sigh of resignation, I wiped the horse's blood from my weapon and began the trek towards the wood's edge. The morning is peaceful, in contrast to the savagery I've just witnessed, and a chorus of birds greet the dawn with calls that echo off the low hills of the surrounding landscape. As I near weather-caught wood, and can see down the single path that leads into its depths, I can see that little light seems to penetrate through the canopy. Night still hides beneath the mossy boughs and dark green vines that thread the ancient trees together. I step onto the path and enter weather-caught wood. Who knows what fate awaits you within these shadows? Dun, dun, dun. And also, go to tile page 1. So now we get a map. And I'll do my best. I'll show you the tiles. So before I put them out. So, tile page 1. Actual map, guys! I know it's a little bit far away, bear with me. I will do my darndest to show you everything. But let's see. Okay. What does this say? Tile page 1. Alright. Move your token to the bottom grid square of the tile page. Okay, so I'm right here on the bottom. Alright, awesome. I move ahead deeper into the wood. It almost seems as if the trees themselves are watching my progress. It's a very ancient forest. That's the good kind. Indeed, as I go on, I really do get the feeling that I'm being watched. Okay, this went from cool to paranoid really quickly. Okay, now it gives options. You can move with stealth. Okay, make a stealth check, DC 12. If you succeed, you may add 10 points. So the way that this works too, because there's no DM, I'm DM and player myself, right? Is that in order to pass skill checks, you roll a D100. And that's how you succeed or fail. So if I wanted to do stealth right now, it tells me, DC 12. I have to roll at least a 12 on my stealth. And if I succeed, it adds 10 points to any D100 chance rolls I make while on this tile page. So that means I could still roll terribly on the D100, but it adds a little bit something. And that's kind of a new addition to solo D&D play. So that's really cool. You can check for traps and then roll perception. Oh, see, this makes me paranoid, although I guess it kind of adds to the paranoid thing. It's like a meta paranoia of like, there's something, or maybe there isn't something. They did say in the introduction that like, there could be nothing, there could be everything. If you see, I'm going to show you this. I'll bring this. All right, so right in the middle, see that green dot right there? That is actually a point of interest. Although they said it could be something great, it could be a chest, it could be a trap, or it could be nothing. I have absolutely no idea. I just know that something is in the middle of that map. It could be a trap. And it says you can check for traps. If successful, go to check success. And if I fail, go to trap fail. When you are ready, move your token through the map in the direction you desire. When you reach a square adjoining the green translucent dot, go to entry, quiet entry. When you've finished all the encounters, you may move to the edge of the map and onto an adjoining tile page. So this one has tile page 2, 5, or 3. So basically, I'm in the forest. I'm playing D&D. Here's the map, and I can go where I want and how I want and build up this map. It is completely from scratch as to what we do. This is an absolutely brilliant way to do this. Oh, random encounter. Oh no, the giant fluffy monster has appeared. Oh great, feline deity, please show mercy, spare us of your feline wrath. Welcome, Drizzy. Obviously, goddess of cats. Every D&D character worships her, obviously, for she is better than all of us. I have heard wonderful stories about people who play D&D in person and have cats, and they'll be playing with a bunch of people, and the cat will jump up, and the DM will have a random encounter planned to fight off the giant monster, which I think is hilarious. Yes, Drizzy, you are beautiful and fluffy, and there's your look at the belly though. Look at that belly. Oh, hello, Drizzy. I think I mentioned this in our previous live stream on Dice Thrones, that I have also heard of people setting up a chair for their feline companions, like as a pleading, like, please sit on the chair and not our table of D&D, which is very expansive. And when the cat jumps up, they join as a druid character who is trapped in wild shape as a cat, and they treat it like another player, which I think is a hilarious idea to play. Right now, we just have a fluffy companion who will come and go, who knows. She just wants to let everyone know she's the true star of the show. Okay, on to the forest. Oh, all right, very exciting. We know that there's something out there because I threw a javelin and I hit something. Now, I don't know if I did damage to something, and it killed my horse. So something's there. So I do think I want to roll stealth. So I will make a stealth check. My stealth is decent, +4 to stealth I have. I am dexterous. My dex and con, okay. I'm very charismatic because I'm a cat and I'm adorable, as Drizzy would like to showcase. What are you doing? But I'm in the middle of an ancient woods with things that want to kill me. I don't think being charismatic helps me here. I rolled a natural 13 plus 4 is 17, so I do succeed in my stealth check, which means I add a d10 to any chance rolls I make on this tile page. Yes, Drizzy. Hello. Hey, sweetheart. Sorry, obligatory pausing and scritching of the cube. Alright, I can check for traps. Alright, I'm going to check for traps here, obviously. It's very sus. Very suspicious. Okay, these dice are doing quite well. I need to use these in my large group game because I'm rolling quite high. That is a natural 14. Plus 2 is a 16. And so that is successful. So I will go to check success. I search around carefully, but see nothing to indicate that there are any traps set here. All right. Okay. There are no traps in this tile page, except for a Drizzy tail that's going to knock me over. All right. When I'm ready, move your token through the map in the direction you desire. When you reach, okay. All right. So let us creep along very quietly. All right. How do I want to do this? All right, I think I'm just gonna approach just straight from the front. All right, and I think that's adjacent. It's right in the middle. So do I touch the square? Adjoining the green dot. All right, I'm gonna go right here. Okay, very quiet. I pause for a second, thinking I heard something. Did you hear that? I swear I heard that. I'm totally being watched right now, guys. Okay, all right. No, it was just a bird. Just a bird, guys. It's easy. Flapping off, out of cover. And see, I can see it. It's right there, flying up. Yep. I watch it rise into the canopy and then look around. All right, at the 3 paths. Okay. So there's 3 paths, right, left, and forward. Let's go right. I'm gonna go right. Okay. Excuse me, Drizzy. May I have tile page 2? Thank you. Oh no. Okay. Tile page 2. I went to 2. I went to the right. I'm gonna read this and I'm gonna show you a tile page, which is, you'll see why I said oh no. Oh no. I think I'm gonna backtrack. The track bends to the southeast, and I follow it. All the light from the forest entrance now disappearing. It is like night still hides here in the forest. Only the faintest light seeps in through the canopy. Ahead, I see something. White and wispy, spanning the path. Cobwebs! Now, it says slowly I edge forward, but I will say, slowly I do not edge forward. So here's the tile. You can see the cobwebs along, oh gosh, there we go, along the path right there. I will nope out of that very quick. Just nope, no, I'm okay. I'm good. Backtrack. No, that's probably gonna be the way I have to go. Fudge muffins. Anybody who knows me knows that I have pretty severe arachnophobia. Although I will also say my biggest problem with spiders is seeing one, and I most certainly do not have a spider token. So it's probably gonna just be a goblin. It's just a goblin with 8 legs. No. Let's go the other way. Nope. I'm definitely gonna have to go that way, but let's not until it makes me. Ooh, okay. I will go to tile page 3 instead, the much easier way. This is tile page 3 right here. There's something right there. Okay. Our map grows, and so does Drizzy's bed. The track leads deeper into the woods, and the light fades. Ancient trees line each side of the path, and I can't help but think this wood is an excellent place to hide out. This is where the bandits, there we go. This is where the tea. The bandits were hiding out. Thank you. You guys should see me in the campaign. All right, story time. I'm sorry, there's a lot of story time here because I like it. My current D&D group right now is playing a Kingdom Hearts themed D&D, which has been an absolute blast, and I am sure if you are curious in that, you will hear many, many stories in our live streams as we tell about the ridiculousness of our amazing characters so much. I love my character. I love Mason's character. I love all of them. They're all absolutely hilarious. There's King Mickey's disgruntled cousin, played by a good friend of mine. There's so many wonderful things. And we just came out of Robin Hood World, and I apparently cannot say Friar Tuck like a normal person. And I mean, we met the NPC. We talked to him many, many times, but me being me and talking very quickly and very fast, I kept saying that we need to go talk to Fire Truck. And that became the joke of the session that, where's the fire truck? So sometimes words don't always come out of my mouth the way that they're supposed to come out of my mouth, but it is for your entertainment to see me say simple words like bandit completely incorrectly. And hopefully no fire trucks. Alright. Then, ahead, I see something strange. It appears to be a low stone building at the corner of the track where it turns north, right around the bend there. Tucked in amongst the trees, it is made solidly of gray stone, fronted by 2 large stone double doors. I move warily forward. Ooh. I do wonder, I can't remember, I probably should be taking notes. The Death Knight was like 20 years ago? So I don't know if the bandits would still be around or anything like that, but this is definitely where they were hiding out. I will absolutely move with stealth. Okay, so they are ready. Alright, I'm gonna do... Okay, stealth. Alrighty. Now, these are rolling. Hold on. I'm just gonna roll... Okay, it seems legit. I just keep rolling very well, and that makes me very suspicious. Because it's like, oh yeah, you don't really need to roll well right now. It's when you're in a battle and about to die, making death saving throws. Solo play does not have death saving throws. If you die, you're dead. Ooh, should have picked a barbarian. Okay, I made the stealth check, so if anything sus happens... Okay, I will absolutely check for traps because we have those stone doors here. So I will... Alright, I move forward, alert as I investigate the surroundings to check for traps. Oh, I bet you only get 1. Now, you can check for traps in the surrounding forest or approach the doors and check for traps on the double doors. I'm going to go check the doors, because if anything's going to be trapped, it's going to be the doors. Door. There's door. Door check. Move your token up to the stone building, if it's not already. Okay. I start inspecting the handle and all around the door looking for booby traps, or any kind of traps, or rope traps, or stick traps, or... just poison traps, or an ancient dragon just pops out, you never really... That would be a fun trap. Okay, roll perception, DC 14. Oh! Okay, that is an 8 plus 2. 8 plus 2 is 10. I did not... Oh, no. Oh, I love this. If you fail, go to entry all clear, ? I'm sure it's fine. It's fun. Oh. It's fine, guys. Absolutely. I search around the door. I don't find anything. There's nothing trap-like here. It's so legit. I really want to open the door. I really want to open the door. I'm going to open the stone door. I'm a paladin. I have a deity I pray to, right? In Critical Role world, I don't know if Forgotten Realms deities are different, but since Kui was made with Critical Role rules and world, she worships Ayun, the goddess of knowledge. And so I don't know if that's gonna help me because I already failed. Open the... Oh no! I grasp the metal ring and pull outwards. As I do, I hear an audible click, and then a pfft sound. No! Guys, the door was trapped! Oh no. Oh no! I hear a click and a pfft sound. 2 darts come flying towards me from cleverly concealed holes. See, I passed everything else when there were no traps, and I didn't pass this one. Roll a d20 plus 8. If the result is higher than your AC, go to a dart hit, or if it's lower, dart miss. So I have to roll for the darts to hit. Okay, alright. My AC, for those who don't know D&D, I should probably have been doing this earlier. AC is your armor class. It's how hard you are to hit. When you go to do something, you have to check for traps. It was a DC 14. And so if I rolled, above 14 or above, I pass. Below that, I fail. It stands for difficulty class. I probably knew that. Most likely. I swear I've played D&D for a long time. Okay, let's roll for some darts. Oh no, I rolled a 15 plus... Actually, I should... Now, I rolled that, so I'm going to keep it so I get hit by darts. But I should have different dice for not me. Because I have many dice. Excuse me, Drizzy. Ooh, whose dice should we pick? I have lots. Let's use these. Okay. Alright. Red dice are for things that hit me, because it's red for all of the ouches I'm going to take, especially from these darts. So they absolutely hit me with a... when I say natural, that means the number I rolled on the die. So I got a natural 15, which means I rolled a 15 plus 8 is pain. That equals pain. So the darts hit me. I wish they didn't. 2 darts shoot out of cleverly concealed holes on the surrounding frame of the stone door straight at me. I recoil in pain as they pierce my skin. Roll 2d4 and deduct the results from your HP. Ow. Alright, that's a 1. That's good. That's good. And that's a 2. Alright, I only take 3 points of damage. That's very manageable. It could have been much, much worse. I am a paladin, so I do have lay on hands, which is healing. Ugh. As I quickly tend to my wound, I look inside the now open door. The door's open, guys! It's fine. The door's open. Beyond it is a dark passageway, and some way inside, I can see that a set of stairs leads down. There's so much more to explore. Now, I'm gonna go down. Like this, it can't be endgame down there. Alright, I'm gonna go down the stairs. Let's go down the stairs. I enter the quiet, cool passage and pad softly down the corridor. Soon, I am at the top of a flight of stone stairs, looking down. I quietly walk down the stairs, keeping an eye out for anything out of the ordinary. Could this be the place where Derek Brumont is being held? That would be that would be really convenient. I mean, it was literally right there. Like, I found him, guys. We're done. Cool. Give me my 2,000 gold. Hi, Drizzy. I hold my breath, fearful of making any sound to disturb the deathly still air. Slowly, I descend to the bottom of the stairs, where a medium-sized chamber lies. I look around for clues as to what this place is used for. As I become accustomed to the light, or rather the lack of it, I notice that at the far end of the chamber is a large idol made out of bronze by the looks of it. I know this god as well. Ooh, I'm going to try to say this. It is a Maunator? It is a Maunator. That's totally how you say that. A Maunator, the sun god, the god of law and justice. Worshipped throughout Faerun. I also notice cushions lying about the place. It appears this room was once a monastery of sort, used by devotees of Amanator for meditation. Although what it's doing so far out in the wilderness is anyone's guess. Now this is also really cool because there are class-specific things. Because it says right after this, are you a paladin or a cleric? If so, you can roll to a Monitor for inspiration. Roll a D100. If you score 50 or above, award yourself 1 inspiration point, which you can use to award yourself advantage once when making a saving throw or attack roll. That is really cool. I am a paladin, so I will roll my D100 once I figure out where my D10 is. Are you my D10? Okay. Alright, so 50 or above. Now, I don't know if that counts, because it says if you complete a stealth roll, you add a +10 to any D1. No, those are chance. That has nothing to do with this. Me being stealthy does not help. Oh, great deity, though you are not my deity of justice and justice and the sun, I guess. Light my way. LXX is 50, 60, 70. IX is 9. 79 is definitely more than 50. Cool! So I have a point of inspiration now. That's fabulous. I need to... D&D Beyond has a token for inspiration. That's cool. My prayers have been answered. I am a conduit of justice. Huzzah for justice. Okay. To inspect the area around the altar, have a general search around the room, or turn and leave. Let's check out the room first, and then we can explore the altar. I'm curious about the room. There are numerous nooks and alcoves around the side of this dusty room, many of them hidden in darkness. I search, mindful of traps, ow! But also on the lookout for any items of interest. As I walk, small puffs of dust rise up, seemingly undisturbed for a long time, years, maybe decades. Make an investigation check. Oh, this is also really cool. So if you score 1 to 10, you go to not bad, 11 to 15 is better, and 16 or above is really good. So this is kind of the goodness of what you're going to find. All right, investigation. Oh, I will tell you, Queequong is a dum-dum. Intelligence is my dumb stat. She's not very smart. So investigation is not my skill set, because I have a -1 investigate. Okay, I've been rolling really good. Oh, great sun god, bless my roll. I think it's a 12. -1 is 11, which is the middle ground. Okay, phew. So I didn't get really good, but I did get better. So let's go to the better one. Better. Searching around the nooks and crannies, I find a few trinkets, items of worship, and other things mostly worthless. Then I come across a pile of books stacked against the wall. Rummaging quickly through them, I find a scroll, a little bit flattened, but then unrolling it, I see Eldritch runes meticulously written in red ink. At the bottom, in small writing, I see the following words printed in a neat hand. Ah! A scroll of curing wounds, gifted by the gracious cleric Cagnar, the I honest to God don't know what that word is. Indefatigable? 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 All glory to Aminator. Amaunator. Hey, he's Amaunator. I got inspiration. I got a scroll of curing wounds. Hail the sun god. Praise the sun. I'm a nerd. It's a Dark Souls reference to people who don't know. I'm going to add that to... What a find! I stow the scroll in my backpack, feeling much better about how things are turning out. This is bound to come in handy, especially when darts keep poking me in the face. Add a spell scroll, Cure Wounds first level to your inventory. I will absolutely... Very cool. To investigate the image of a monitor... I'm absolutely, yes, inspect the altar. I would absolutely inspect the altar. You walk up to the large bronze idol of a monitor. It is exceptionally well made and seems like it was just placed here yesterday. That's a little sus. I'm not gonna lie, that's very sus. The metal gleams dully as I move around it. Then, as I move behind the altar, I see something small lying on the ground. A holy symbol of a monitor. It is on a long steel chain to be worn around the neck, and is in the image of a large, effulgent sun with runes on the front. This perhaps belonged to a cleric, monk, or paladin. I'm going to call it right now and say this is the Death Knight's thing. I will absolutely take that and add it as this holy symbol of a monitor. Okay, and this is from the altar. I should learn how to spell first. That's what I should do. All right, I'm going to add that to my backpack. All right. I think I'm done here. All right, that is all. All right, if you are done here and wish to leave the chamber. All right, I got stabbed by darts, but I got a scroll. Ooh. Well, I got all that I wanted to. I climb up the stairs leading from the chamber back towards the dim light of weather-cut wood. Soon I am back outside in the great stone double doors that led down to the underground temple. All right, I am... All right, back to tile page 3. Okay, did the stone... Wow. Oh, what a find. That's very interesting. I wonder what's there. Okay. I guess our only choice now is to keep going. We've investigated that, and Drizzy totally agrees, and that's why she's going to sit down right where I'll put that map. So we're going to go continue around the bend to the north. Now, there is a green marker right in the middle, and so I hope that's important. Not a trap. Round the twist. Was that what I was? Oops. Oh, I got a little... Okay, here we go. Make a D100 roll. Add 10 to it if you made a stealth check. Now, I did do my successful stealth check. So D100, this one and this one. And then it's... Interesting. 1 to 20. So for every 20, I go to a different place. That is very suspicious. What could it be? Okay, dude. Alrighty. Well, XX is 20. 26 plus 10 is 36. That's not too great. So let's go here. As I move cautiously forward, keeping an eye on all sides, something catches my eye off the left side of the path. Something smooth, man-made, partially hidden amongst the leaves of the forest. Quietly, I make my way up to it, then drop to my knees and begin brushing off with my hands, clearing the leaves away. It appears to be a gravestone. My heart freezes as I uncover the name. Here lies Derek Brumont. And underneath the date, tomorrow's date? What? Beneath that are the words, laid to rest in Weathercott Woods Cemetery, there to rest for all eternity. A cold chill runs up your spine. What could this mean? Is the boy already dead? Oh, but the name Weathercott Woods Cemetery, that's interesting. This doesn't look like a graveyard. I move back out on the path and look north. A few moments later, it almost feels as if what I saw was some sort of hallucination. Is that gravestone even real? Quickly, I rush back to where the gravestone was to check it again. It is bare from where you cleared the leaves away, but the name is gone. There are letters there, but they're faded, worn from weather and decay of years. I cannot read them. However, at the bottom of the stone, plain to see, is the symbol of a noose. The standard mark for the grave of a murderer. With a shudder, I rejoin the path once more, turning this over in my mind, trying to discern its meaning. What? Is this playing tricks with me? What? Okay. That's very suspicious. Okay. I don't know what that means, but this place is no ordinary place, and it's really weird. Okay. I'm gonna keep going. Maybe the cemetery is further up ahead? Alright, let's go to tile 4. Moving up. Alright, tile 4. Excuse me, Drizzy, may I have this piece of paper, please? Thank you. Okay. Here's tile 4. It looks totally normal, right? Although there's something suspicious right there. I don't know what that is. Okay. The woods become deeper and the sound goes out of the air. There are no birds here, or something has frightened them into silence. It is hard even to tell what time of day it is, this deep in the forest. Across the path, I see a trail of boot prints leading from right to left. They lead back into the forest where it becomes very dense. However, there is no sign of foliage being disturbed, even though the boot prints look relatively fresh. They could have been made as recently as last night. Did they say when the boy had been taken? Do you see what we have to deal with? On the track ahead, I can see that this path eventually bends to the right, and on the corner, there appears to be an entrance to a cave. It's getting more and more sus as we're going along here. I will absolutely be moving with stealth. 12 plus my stealth plus 4 is 16. Ooh, just passed. DC 14. So success, so I add 10. I will absolutely check for traps. Woods. I edge forward warily, checking the ground and the trees above for traps. I already got shot once. I do not want to get shot again. Who knows what deadly plans the inhabitants of this wood may have in store for hapless travelers? Make a perception check. Not investigation. This is a very big distinguish. Investigation is intelligence-based, and I'm not that smart. Perception, however, is... okay. 14 plus 2 is 16. Okay, I got it. Okay, I succeed. Free pass. I notice a patch on the forest path that looks a little bit out of place. I said it looked suspicious. Staying back and poking around with a stick, I can see that someone has dug a pit trap here. Yes, I knew there was something here. Who knows what they had planned for whoever fell in? I skirt around the outside of the pit trap. Thank you, Drizzy. Let me just move around that. Thank you. And continue on the path. I feel awesome. Can't get me this time, trap. Alrighty, move your token through the map. Alright. To investigate. See, this is. So apparently that wasn't the trap, but I avoided the trap. So that is a mossy log there in the corner. I thought that was the pit trap. I mean, I'm going to investigate everything because we just went through hallucinatory gravestones and cemeteries and praised the sun. So, I mean, there's a mossy log in the forest. Very suspicious. I clearly need to investigate this very suspicious mossy log. I walk up to the mossy covered log, and as I near it, I can see it is covered with fungi. Bright green mushrooms. Oh no. I'm not sure if I've seen their kind before. Their color seems almost phosphorescent, like they would glow even in the night. Ooh, so maybe they're useful. Now it says roll survival. Alright, survival DC 12. You know, I mean, it works out well for me, but I'm rolling too well, which is really great, honestly. But it's kind of fun when you don't make it. So I'm gonna grab a different pair of dice. I don't think I have a paladin dice, but I do have cleric dice. So I'm gonna get my cleric dice out and see if it's a little bit more uniform to me. Okay, well, right away I rolled a 3. So maybe I should have stuck with the other dice. I'm gonna get poisoned, but try as I might, I can't seem to recall if this fungi is poisonous or not. I consider eating a small amount. I'm hungry and they're very shiny. I mean, it's shiny mushrooms. What's the worst that could happen? Although, then again, I'm by myself and I don't have other people who can heal me. I've heard stories in the past of very dangerous mushrooms in these parts, and I think better of it. Though it does say, add the green fungi to your inventory if you wish. I will add them to my inventory. I don't know what they are, but I will add green fungi to my inventory, and then just a bunch of question marks for the description. What do they do? Who knows? Maybe they'll come in handy. I can use them as a distraction and throw them at the dragon. Alrighty, so I move forward to the green square that Drizzy is guarding. It is asking me if I made a trap check. Yes, I did, and I passed. So I did not fall into that trap there. Ha ha. As I progress deeper into weather-caught wood, I realize that I'm very tired. Time has a mind of its own in this forest. It's evening already. How have the hours passed so quickly? Thus, the idea of rest enters your mind, although you know that the area you're in is less than ideal for making camp. You may be disturbed by some wandering creature. There's no way of telling. Now, this is interesting. It says you may attempt to rest here and recover HP. If you choose to do so, roll survival. See, in the mind of me, it would be a way better idea to go and heal up here in the nice, safe, dark cavern where there's one entrance and one exit. Now, this is also an interesting spot because I don't want to... Well, no, I don't know that. Nope, I will not metagame. You know what? I am down 3 whole hit points. So I think I'm going to rest here. So I will roll a survival check, a pretty low DC, which is terrible when I roll terrible. I really shouldn't have switched out my dice. I rolled a 6, plus 2 is 8, so I did not meet Drizzy is currently chewing on my miniature. That is not food, Drizzy. That's not food. No, it is not. Can I have my... I'm sorry. The miniature was in her way, so I'm going to put my miniature into the woods and not disturb the feline. Can I help you? Although that is... Alright. Excuse me while I take a picture of this, because that is quite a great image of Drizzy just towering over. I might use that as the thumbnail. Oh my gosh, look at you. She's so entitled, but she's so cute. Okay. I failed the check, so... Oh wait, hold on. Well, no, I rolled. I did not see. You didn't have to actually do that. So I go to night critters. Oh no. You make camp, I make camp just a little way off the road, but whether it is because I am tired or simply careless, my camouflage skills don't work so well. My sleep is disturbed several times by animals gnawing at my tent. Drizzy, get out of my tent. And once, some small creature even tries to make a meal out of my left foot. What? I am not edible. I mean, I guess I am edible. And many animals will say otherwise. I sleep reasonably well, but don't gain as much energy. Recover half a hit die. Cursing the pesky critters! I break camp and make my way back out onto the path. Okay, so half a hit die. Paladin hit die is a d10. I'm okay with half a hit die because I'm only missing 3 hit points. You know, so it's really not that bad. I rolled an 8, so I'm at full health. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm okay with that. I didn't really need the long rest, which makes me... Should I be going the other direction? I want to explore as much as possible. And see, in my meta brain, I'm like, if they have you rest here, is this the way you were supposed to go? I want to know what the other places are. I mean, I'm sure the spider path is a terrible spider path. So... I don't know. I got, by exploring... I mean, I don't know what's that way. If that ends up being like, you have found, you know, something super sus, then maybe I will end up backtracking anyways. But, I mean, we're going forward. We're going forward. Continue from the last direction. Okay. So, I am going to go forward to 7. Except... Alright, so here's 7. I think that's some water right there, so that's interesting. Oh, there's a green speck. I'm gonna put this... Oh, it's supposed to be in the front, but so is Drizzy. So now I'm going 5, 6, 7. Okay. And I can put my token down here. A river threads through this part of the weather-cut wood. Ahead, I see the path bend sharply to the right, and on the north side of the path sits a rock outcropping, and in the front of which is the entrance to a cave. Peering inside from across the river, I see that it extends a long way. Exploring this cave is going to require you to cross a stream. Also, a busy torrent, about 15 feet wide, rushes from the east to west, filling the forest with the sound of rushing water. Okay, so there's a cave there, and it's a pretty deep cave. But what I can see from this is it also keeps going. I think I'm going to save the cave and keep exploring the forest itself, because I think that cave is where I need to go. Which is kind of what I'm there for, but I'm also for exploration. And I want to see where that's going to end up leading me. Yes, here's your dog. So I will go with stealth. So far I've done really good on stealth. A DC 10 because of it says the river covers the sound of your approach. So I've succeeded at every stealth check, so that's fine. I'm going to absolutely check for traps, because this is very trappy. Perception check DC 12. I rolled a 12 plus, so I do succeed. I give the place a thorough visual search and see nothing looks suspicious. The whole place looks suspicious. What do you mean nothing looks suspicious? Everything's suspicious. Alright, Drizzy has left, so we can go here. Okay. When you're ready, move your token to approach, investigate the stream. Okay. Yeah, let's take a closer look at the stream itself. I peer into the black cave entrance that gapes at you from the other side of the river. So get a little closer to that. The area around the entrance is interesting. It appears to be surrounded with discarded pottery and other... They're using words I don't know. Detritus? Detritus? Well, it says discarded pottery and other, I'm assuming, like, broken pieces of, like, made stuff. Perhaps there was a settlement here once. Tribal societies once roamed this area freely in prehistory. Now the cave appears abandoned, and its black mouth forbidding. The stream appears calm, but a glance at its depths tells you it is moving quite swiftly. It might take a bit of an effort to cross. Now, this is interesting. It says, you may take this opportunity to refill your water skin if needed. Why, thank you. Now, it says right here, are you a paladin? Go to this entry. And then it says, to attempt to wade across, blah, 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 blah. What does me being a paladin have to do with a river? I don't want to cross the river right now. If you do, okay, I don't want to cross the river right now. I want to investigate what that green dot is. So I'm actually going to go back and right here, right here at the green dot, and investigate whatever this is. Roll a D100. Oh dear me. This is where's my D10? Okay. Now I do add a 10 because I did make the stealth roll. Oh, 22, 30. Oh, no! I rolled a 32, and the lowest is 0 to 33. So, I might be in a little bit of trouble here. As I walk, something catches my eye. I crouch and feel a cold feeling of dread as I recognize what has spattered the leaves. A blood trail. Oh. Wait a minute, maybe that's a good thing. Could this be Derek Brumont's blood? Roll a perception check. I am not a ranger, so I will not roll with advantage. Okay, DC 9, and I rolled 11 plus perception, which is even better than that, so I'm successful. I examine the blood spatters carefully. Obviously, whoever was shedding it was heading east. I look up. It looks as though there is a junction somewhere, some distance ahead, where another path branches off this east-west byway heading north. Perhaps the bleeding party headed that way. You stand up and search the ground further and see more marks. These flat, almost triangular, and quite large. A knight's booted foot! A booted foot! The scene pieces itself together in your mind. The Death Knight. A large, strong man, carrying the boy Derek Brumont over his shoulder, the lad bleeding where the knight hit him hard, across the face perhaps, to silence his cries for help. I grit my teeth. I've seen a lot in my time, but the strong victimizing the weak is something that never sits well for me. With a vengeance. Resolute, I set my mind back to my quest, adjust my pack on my back, and forge ahead. Okay, so there's blood here, and I think it's heading to 8, to the next tile. So that is the blood trail. So maybe I do want to investigate this cave, because I think I'm supposed to go forward. So I'm going to go back to the cave. Okay. I know there's a boy to rescue and everything, but, like, exploring And who knows what loot there is? You gotta loot everything. So I'm gonna go back to the stream, and I don't know why being a paladin helps with the current. Oh no! Okay, so fun fact about a paladin. Paladins have something called divine sense. You can use it whenever you want. You have a certain number of uses, but like you just ping! It's a radar for evil. I think Radiant, you can do that as well. But basically, I will read this. Divine Sense detects good and evil. There's a spell for that, which is even better than this. But this is like a free version that doesn't take a spell slot, and only Paladins have it. So that's why. It says, I can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell. Holy, is hallowed ground. Or if it's been cursed. Or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet. And this says, there is something about this river that causes my divine sense to tingle. My spidey sense is tingling. I move forward and dip a hand into it, feeling the water on my palm. It caresses my skin gently, infusing you with sacred potency. Ah! This entire river, at least a section of it, is holy water. It's not evil. It's not an undead river like I thought it was. It's holy water. Oh, that's amazing. This is a great place. This isn't sus at all. And it says, if you wish, you may empty out your water skin and replace the contents with holy water. Absolutely. I will dump out my water skin, fill up the water skin with holy water. I'm gonna wash myself. I'm a cat. I don't like water very much, but it's holy water and I'm facing an undead knight. I'm gonna roll around in this river all day long until I'm soaked in holy water. Go away, evil death knight. I am holy. And it says holy water may be useful in any undead you encounter. Foreshadowing. I see what you're doing here. Alrighty, I'm going to add holy water to my inventory, which is oh my gosh, how nice. I will put that as a flask of holy water. But Drizzy is just randomly rubbing herself back and forth against my foot. Why? I don't know. Alrighty, okay, so let's try to cross the stream then.
Don't cross the streams.
All right, I thought this was insanely sus, but now that like the water's holy, this must be a holy place. Hello, Drizzy. Okay. I swear she's usually not this active unless we're recording. When Mason and I were setting up for our live show, setting up this entire room, we had all this setup going on. We did lots and lots of practice rounds, making sure the audio worked, the camera worked, everything like that. However, she did jump on the table and she did get in our way because that's what she does. But when we just did our very, very first live stream, 2 days ago? And she was all over the place. All over. She knew we were recording and actually recording. She's usually not this interactive. She's definitely wants you to know that she is the star of the show, because she is, obviously. But if I was practicing and not recording, I guarantee you that she would know, and she really wouldn't be here. But she knows that you will be able to bask in her presence for however long YouTube exists, and this video will be up on there. Alright, let's cross the stream, shall we?
Don't cross the streams.
No. Hello, Drizzy. You always need to have a pause to pet the floof. If you have a floof in your house, stop this video, pause right now, hit that pause button, and go and pet that floof. All floofs need to be pet. Alright, athletics check. DC 12 to cross the stream.
Don't cross the streams.
I am going to change dice. I rolled a 7 plus 1. Oh, man. I don't like these dice. Let's go for my barbarian dice. I really wish I had paladin dice. I don't know if I do. I have everybody else. Let's pick the barbarian dice instead for strength, because I failed that, and I go to swept down. I plow my way through the deepest part of the river, and things are going so well. Things are going great, guys. And then it starts to get deep. And I mean, I don't really do well in water. It gets in my fur. It gets really heavy. I'm wearing armor. Soon my feet are slipping on the mossy rocks underfoot. And then suddenly I lose my balance and I start floating downstream. Oh no! The river quickly gets much deeper, and I'm forced to try to swim for it. I go underwater for a couple of times, and so does my backpack. Oh no, I've gotten so much stuff. If I lose all of this stuff that I have gotten, I'm going to be so unhappy. I got cool everythings, and I'm gonna lose all of it. Oh no. To swim ashore, go to paddle hard to swim back the way you came. Oh, okay. I want to try to make it. Okay, so I do want to make it across. So I'm gonna I'm paddling. Okay, and DC 13 this time. I paddle super hard. Natural 20. This is why you switch dice. Natural 20. I'm super successful. This is what happens when you put a cat in the water. The cat goes, nope. Alrighty, I made it. Whew. With one final huge effort, I make it to the far shore, panting and coughing up water. Deduct 1 hit point. Oh man. It cost me a whole hit point to cross the water. I mean, that's pretty accurate. Now, it also says your provisions are also ruined, so delete these from your inventory. I don't play with provisions. I'll take the hit point loss. I take a long moment to catch my breath. And finally survey the cave mouth before me. It is littered with broken pottery and other whatever that word is. I'm going to say debris. It's not debris, but I'm going to say debris. I'm going into the cave. I cautiously step inside the cave entrance, feeling the cool, slightly stale air around me. Ooh, go to submap 1. Ooh, there's cave maps. Yes, there is. Oh no, I'm going underground now. Oh, there's nothing on here. It's interesting. Alright, I'm gonna put this right in the middle because I'm running out of room. And I'll put myself right at the entrance here. Okay. Going to the sub-caves. Ooh. I enter the cave, moving slowly within. My steps raise little puffs of fine dust as I proceed deeper within the rock. Ahead, I see that the tunnel bends to the right. I'm absolutely moving stealthily. I don't know what's in this. You have the holy river that just tried to drown me. So, I succeed. Natural 15. I do succeed that. And I will absolutely check this tunnel for traps. I don't know what kind of sus people live in the holy river cave. Tunnel trap. Perception roll, DC 10. I rolled a 9, but my perception is, I believe, a +2. So, yep. Alright, so that's an 11, so I just barely do it. I search the walls and floor of the tunnel, but find no traps. I do, however, see many scratches on the wall, as if someone was trying to literally dig through the rock with their bare hands. What does that mean? What is that? I don't know what that is, guys. I'm sure it's nothing. It's not now. It's fine. I'm sure. Yeah. further within, down the silent passage, the sound of the river fading behind me. The passage turns to the right and continues for some way. Ahead, I can see it opens into a cavern. Submap 2. It indeed opens into a cavern. Right? I'm sure it's very not suspicious. Uh-oh. This large cavern contains very little, except for a large pile of bones and partially decomposed corpses in the center. Very little. It's just that. Just that. I cover my mouth and nose. Oh, the smell is horrendous. Shaking my head, I move closer. Why am I moving closer? And see the skeletons of adults, children. What happened to these poor souls? And why did they die here? Were they not able to leave? I mean, that river was, quite terrible, but still. Then I notice, scrawled on the wall of the cavern in some unknown substance. I shudder to think what? A single word. North. North. It's just telling me to head north? I mean, that makes sense. A couple of norths, though. I ponder the fate of these poor souls, whose bones lie in a pile in the middle of the floor. Why did they not leave? After reasoning it through, I decide that the only reason must be that they were trapped in here somehow. But by what? The river? What sort of end did they come to, stuck here in this cave? I shake my head in disbelief and horror. Oh. I will search the pile of bones, but it's an investigation check. Now, it's only a DC 10. I just have to roll slightly well. I love this. It says, if successful, go here. If unsuccessful, go here. If you would rather not, just leave. I'd rather not. Really would rather. Alright, come on. Natural 20. Natural 20. Natural 20. I absolutely am successful. I searched the cave. Yes, I got a natural 20, Drizzy. You can see it. I know you're very impressed. I have a scavenge around. There were people here. Lots of people. I find rings, semi-precious jewelry. Ooh, to the value of 10 gold if you want to take it. Yes. Excuse me, I will absolutely take this. And a few silver pieces here and there. 17 in total. All right, 17 silver pieces. Making money. Yeah, that 17 silver. I don't know if that's important, but you know what? I got money. Gotta buy some shinies. I also find, disturbingly, a child's wooden toy soldier, but nothing of real value. Then I find a silver locket. It is tarnished and dented, but I pry it open. Inside is a cameo, dirtied and smeared with blood. Just legible inside the cover of the locket are engraved the following words. To Fastest Brant, captain of the guard of the town of Oralbar, from his father. This sets me thinking. Gods, if the captain of the guard was trapped in here and no one came to rescue him, but why and how? Surely the captain of the guard could have swum across the river and gone for help. They must have been stopped from leaving the cave somehow or unable for some reason. Now we know that the Death Knight had a son, but I thought the son was a young boy because it was his squire, and young boys keep disappearing. So I don't think a young boy would be the captain of the guard. It's from his father. Fastest Brant. Captain of the guard from his father. So I don't think it has to do with the Death Knight or his son. My current hypothesis is that a bunch of people went after the Death Knight before he was undead, right? When he went crazy. And so this might have been, no, but there were children. Wait, I got it. Okay, all right, hypothesis time, right? So what I think this is a bunch of people the Death Knight went crazy when he was still alive. He went absolutely crazy and said that everyone's going to die until the bandits who killed my son are brought to justice. And so he was killing everyone, left and right. And I bet, my guess is that these people are his victims. You know, someone would innocently come into the forest and he would go crazy and kill them and throw them into this cave. Because it does say that soldiers went after him as well to bring him to justice, and they did eventually catch him and hang him from the red tree, whatever that is. And so maybe this is a person, the captain of the guard would obviously go after the Death Knight when, you know, he's a crazy person killing everybody. And maybe he was slain by the Death Knight and thrown in here. So that's going to be my guess. This is like a victim pile. They weren't killed here. No. That's not right. Because remember on the walls of the cave, it said that there were scratches, like people trying to dig out. Okay, so that's not right. I don't know what that is. So they were trapped here and they did die here then. Because there were scratches on the cave as if people were trying to scratch and dig their way out. Okay, so forget that hypothesis. That might be related somehow. That this is some kind of victim thing. I don't know, but let's find out. Okay? You may take a short rest here. I don't need a short... Well, hold on. I'm going to take a short rest here and recover my one-hit die. Because that river was exhausting. So let's do that, shall we? Yeah. Huh, that's really interesting. I'm not entirely sure where that story goes. That's fascinating. So that makes me think that there's something else here. That it's not the Death Knight. That there's a bigger force. I mean, how did he become undead? He was just so mad that he became a vengeful spirit? Does it work like that? You lose your mind, go crazy, and you just become undead? I feel like something made him undead, and I feel like there's something bigger going on here. I could be wrong, but why would these people be trapped in here? The captain of the guard and a child. Not sure. Alright, but what I do know is that we are approaching 2 hours. And it has been a lot of fun. I have gotten hit by a lot of traps. I'm extremely suspicious by what's going on. Everything is sus. It was probably Drizzy locking the cave with her booty. However, I think I'm going to end this session here. And so this will be part 1. And we will hopefully, maybe potentially conclude this in part 2. If not, we will continue this. We will see this journey fulfilled. Like, I want to know the mystery. I want to know what's going on. Where do these people come from? Is it the Death Knight? Is there someone behind the Death Knight? What happened to the bandits? Because I don't think he killed the bandits. I think he was killing everybody, right? So, and he said he was going to do it until the bandits were caught. Which means they're still lurking. There's still the cobwebs. I mean, maybe they're the big bad. Maybe the spider goddess Lolth is going to show up and, like, that was what was behind everything. I'm not entirely sure. We will find out next time. Thank you so much for joining me for this very exciting journey. I'm loving this, by the way. I love playing D&D, and even the solo adventure. This is extremely well written, and I love the setup that they've done. They've clearly put a lot of thought into this on how you play by yourself and how the rules work. And still this incredibly engaging story where I'm just like, what's gonna happen? I'm really curious. What happens next? Where's the rest of it? You know? But I will record that whenever I got the time to do it, which it will be up soon. If you're seeing this video, part 2 will be coming soon, I promise you. And I really want to know. Oh gosh, but too long. Can't make them too long. All right. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. Were there choices you wish that I made? Do you have suggestions? Do not spoil anything. I am a big, huge thing about spoilers. I do not want to know anything. I don't want to know, oh my gosh, be like, if you want to be like, hey Demi, I want to see you go down the super creepy spider path. I love that. And if you're like, hey Demi, you should go down the creepy spider path because then you get this item, this item, this item. Do not tell me that. No, don't be that person. Comments, suggestions, everything. If you want this to be a live show where you can come and participate and help me make decisions, and I will absolutely put polls on like, hey guys, what are we gonna do? I will completely sit down and play D&D with you if that's what you want. Let me know in those comments. Hit that like button. Hit the beautiful subscribe button. Help us out. There are links everywhere. Go and support these amazing people who make D&D solo missions. Go get the Death Knight Squire and make the decisions that I didn't make. You know? Support the small people. They're awesome. They make this. They're wonderful people. And thank you again. Again, I can't stop thanking you for being here. And I can't wait to see you in the next part. Drizzy, stop licking yourself. Go say goodbye. Drizzy says goodbye too. Bye.